Hello everyone. So for my trendy technology, I'm going to be talking about Tinkercad. Tinkercad is used to create 3D models. Here are some of the more advanced examples that is given on Tinkercad. To create your own, you come up to the top, click your little icon and press New. Once it opens up, it will be a screen with a bunch of different shapes over here. So this is your work plane. You can rotate it by using the front, top, and side to side to see different around your model. And then you can zoom in and out. You can use it in different different formats. So let's say I just drag a box onto it. I can create a Minecraft look. I can create a Lego look. Or I can just go back to my basic shape. To manipulate the shape, you use the arrows. To make it larger, you drag the corners and it gives you exact measurements. You can also lower it down. So when I lower it down, if you if you go to the front, if you go to the front, you can see it's lower, but I can also drag it up, drag it back down. To shift back to the top, I click the top button. I can make it larger. So there's many options to make it wider, larger, taller, height, width. You can also do a scribble. If I were to scribble, I would just draw, I would draw on the plane. And then my shape will pop up, and you can see here you can manipulate it as well. Once you click done, you're able to move it up and down and side to side. There is more than just basic shapes on Tinkercad. You can change it to text and numbers and use different letters and create name tags and stuff like that. Or you can do connectors. One that I have used before is circuits. If you're teaching a circuit lesson, you can create circuits on here. You can also pull out the ruler, which will measure your shapes, and so you can see it better when you're zooming out. The assignment or artifact that I'm going to have everyone try out is to create a silly face using different shapes. So I'm going to go back to my basic shapes. You can start with whatever shape you would like. I'm going to begin with, let's try a diamond shape. So I'm going to go ahead and put my diamond shape on my work plane. I'm going to make it larger. Then you can use different things to create your eyes, your nose. It's a silly face. It's just going to help you manipulate the shapes better. So if you can see here, you can't really see my shape. So I'm going to drag it up and make it taller so you can see my shape over. So this is going to be one of my eyes. A really cool thing that you can also do is if you go onto your keyboard, you can use your copy to create an exact replica of that shape. So I'm going to make my two eyes here. I'm now going to look for something to make my nose. So maybe I'm just going to use this half sphere. Half sphere. So once again, my shape is not tall enough to be seen through. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it taller and make it a little bit smaller to fit the face. So there's my nose. My next step is going to be maybe a smile or a frown, whatever you would like to use. And I'm just going to use my scribble tool to create a smile. So I'm just going to make a big happy face with maybe a tongue sticking out. So now I'm going to click done. And you can see my big smiles right up there, but that's pretty large for my face. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to come back. You can drag it around, see what you want. And now I'm going to click back over to my happy face. I apologize, I have to zoom out. Oh, I apologize, I forgot to delete my shape. So I'm going to grab my smile. I'm going to pull it in here and make a silly face. And zoom back in on my figure. Now maybe add some ears. So I'll drag my cylinders over for my ears. Now I've made a silly face. You can also click the different figures to change their color. So maybe I'll make my smile red. My eyes are okay. Maybe one ear is a different color than the other. So I'll make that pink. And there you go. And if you want to view different ways to see your creation, you can click top. You can go to your side. You can see that they're all different heights. and see all different angles of the 3D figure you've created. So this assignment is just to help you visualize the manipulation of the shapes in the program and see all you can do with it. There's much more advanced examples that you can do, but it's easier to start off simple and work your way to those more advanced styles. A really unique part of Tinkercad is that it gives you different tutorials on how to begin manipulation with your tools. So if you are not comfortable with beginning to start your silly face, you can always come over here and click the Learn button, and it will teach you how to do different manipulations with your shapes. There's also a Teach tool. Once again, we started with the gallery. You can change it to different things. So I'm on 3D shapes. I can also learn how to do circuits before I teach it, and I can do code blocks. So there's a really cool feature that this has if you would like some more practice on the site.